Hello and welcome to this week's World Cup show. My name is Enrico and this is Gamework 20 of the Premier League. But today we've got Nyaassh, who's back from the Christmas break, and obviously Venant, an Arsenal fan. Nyaassh is obviously an Arsenal fan, and Brian, a Man United fan, because the past weekend were like big games, two of them, like the early kickoff and the late kickoff on Sunday. But we still have games on Wednesday and Thursday, and then the big game on Sunday this coming weekend. It's Manchester United playing Arsenal. But before that, we've got Chelsea playing Liverpool in what is called Shit Classico. But first of all, welcome guys to the World Cup show. Nyaassh,
spot on, man. You're so spot on the Chelsea Liverpool clash. I like
Happy New Year, bro.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year.
I've not seen you in like 3 months.
It's been a minute.
Yes.
You had to Qatar. You're back now. How was Qatar? I
That was good. It was fine. Obviously, there's no Arsenal player won the World Cup.
Yeah.
So we're good.
Oh, it's terrible, man. But you see, it's been a while, but you know, some things are still the same. Liverpool is still shit. You know, before the World Cup and after. I'm still loving it, man.
Conceding goals like...
Well, we're not yet halfway through the season, so we cannot still talk about like who's gonna win the World Cup. But you guys are doing well. You beat Tottenham for the first time in like 5 years away.
By the way, since 2014 at the White Hart Lane or
Watch
at the
it,
Tottenham
2014.
Hotspur Stadium. The last time Arsenal won at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Arteta was still an Arsenal player.
He was actually the captain.
He was, wow.
You must be feeling good though, like your weekend Man United, you beat Man City.
We did not just beat Man City. We reclaimed the land, bro.
What
This
land?
was the first time. This was the first time in a long time I entered into a derby confident. Like under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it was all about counters. This was the first time in a long time I entered the Manchester derby knowing Rashford is gonna do the job, and he did.
That was the first time like Ogopa kickoff like really like performed well.
Small
team beat the big team, you know?
But even him talking about counter from Ole, the 2 goals they scored, zilikuwa counter attack.
Yeah.
Man City were limited to 1 shot on target, and that was the Grealish goal.
Yeah.
Ooh, Venant.
Still, but zenye mlifunga zilikuwa counter attacks.
Big weekend for you.
Of course. Like me say we cannot tell me anything about Arsenal that's negative. We are winning the league right. Like we should be give us the cup right
So
now.
now you feel that you can win the league now.
No, I've said that tangu kitambo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're winning the league.
You're
I've said that
You're
tangu
winning the
kitambo. I've said
league.
this season
Brian,
has been
do you
different.
believe
We've
these
been
guys?
playing well.
I believe they're challengers right now, and
Yes,
I'll be
challengers.
honest.
Like that
right
one.
now, in terms of form, in terms of how everyone is playing, I'll be honest. There's no game this season Arsenal have been pragmatic. They've always gone for the 3 points in every game, even in the United game, even in the Southampton game.
Yeah.
So all I'll say, they are the favorites right now, and that's me. I'm a United fan speaking, bro.
Absolutely.
They're the favorites.
Underline and bolden the word favorites. Because that's what we are. And we are sticking that point even further and just stamping on it on Sunday.
However, you've got this behavior where you do over-celebrate wins. No, Arsenal, they over-celebrated. I think we'll put those pictures. You'll see Arsenal players after they won the game. I think full time since they went at the away end,
yes.
Shikana mikono wakaanza kuinuana, like they were celebrating singing. I think they were singing Ole champions.
But then and rightly so, Eric, because I'll ask you one question.
It's not rightly so.
If it rightly so, they deserve to celebrate that. It's
course,
a derby win.
No.
You guys did the same thing they're doing against West Brom when Klopp came.
Don't get me wrongly. I have no issue with them celebrating, but going overboard. I mean, you can go
What's
to
overboard for
away
you?
end and thank the fans like just normal and celebrate.
Eric,
Say, yes, we're there. But kuinona mikono mnaanza kuruka ni kama
This
you know
is a derby, bro.
you know what they remind me of? Brian, Argentina when they won the World Cup.
Oh,
They're celebrating like Argentina or Madrid when they won the Champions League.
true.
Or Barca last night when they won the
Super Cup.
the Super Cup.
Yes.
What did you win on Sunday?
You see, we won after 8 years, bro. That's huge.
It's fine, it's huge, I
And
accept.
look, this celebration police, I don't know who gave them the benchmark
Mana.
of celebrating. If you go past here, you over celebrate. Who
It's
laid out
what
that
people
benchmark?
feel. It's what we feel that Arsenal, you are
Look.
overdoing it, and this is not the first time they're doing it.
Everybody
this
ca-
season
Against Fulham.
against Fulham, relegation team away end, they score a goal, over celebrate.
Relegation team that is 6th.
Well, they're
Above
six,
you
but
guys.
they had come from the championship, you know, like back to back the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, but you cannot call them relegation this season.
Well, we're not done with the season yet.
Yeah, still, you cannot call them relegation.
But we think you overdo. That's why you were thinking if these guys win the league,
Look.
it will be chaotic.
Everybody can
The
feel
entire
and
world.
think the way you want. There is no benchmark.
I think the
Come on.
universe cannot allow Arsenal to win the league.
Why not?
Una wivu
Tutaka
sasa.
happy. Hakutakalika.
Simutaka kwa mashimo. The ground is big. You
Well,
can
you guys are
dig
big.
holes and get in there.
Like on Sunday, if they beat Man United, bro, let me
That's
tell
a
you,
big
Brian.
if, though. That's a big if.
Yeah,
No,
but you
that's-
see, they have a chance to do it. They've beaten Big teams. This
Listen.
That's when, not if.
I'll tell you something. We
Yes.
gave Arsenal their first loss this season.
Okay.
We are going to give them their first loss at home again. We are going to teach the league how to deal with these gunners this Sunday. We're going to teach them how to do that.
How do you
boy.
intend to do that?
How do you intend to do that? 2 words. Marcus Rashford. 2 words. Bruno Fernandes. 2 words. Luke Shaw. 2 words.
Those are 6
Class Emiro.
7, 8. Those are 8 words.
Unatudanganya,
I
Buddha.
split the final one.
But either way, Nyash,
Yeah.
Tottenham, how bad were they like on Sunday for
Tottenham
you?
are terrible. You know, like in all these other games, they always start slow. They're starting slow against a team that starts fast.
Yeah.
Hiyo ni a total paradigm shift for them. And when they're trying to come back, of course, Arsenal City to stable. We manage the game well. So it's not like Bournemouth where you're 2-0 down, then kidogo unajipata uko 2-2. It's not going to happen against teams like Arsenal. It's not going to happen against teams like Manchester. It's not going to happen against teams like Man City. Maybe it can happen against teams like Liverpool.
We beat them though. We don't struggle against Tottenham, you guys do.
Oh, you did?
No,
The last
we
couple of
beat them
seasons.
against
But yeah,
Tottenham.
going by how you're
We beat
playing,
them in the Champions League final.
going by how you're playing nowadays, I mean, you never know.
Which was the most boring final?
Ah, tell me the Champions League final that you played that
The
was
COVID.
entertaining.
The one that you played was entertaining than you.
Which one?
The
I
one
thought
that you
first
played in
talk about the
the final, it
Champions
was more
League.
entertaining than you Spurs. Guys was sleeping for you.
Bro, let me tell you, we've won Champions League 6 times. We've lost the Champions League final more times than you'll ever be in the Champions League final.
We're not talking about
Once
the
again,
Champions
he
League.
goes into his.
He's the one who said about Champions League
right Champions League.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Arsenal winning the league, bro.
What league?
Let's talk about
not
dominating
convinced
Spurs.
yet that you can win the league.
Let's talk about dominating Spurs at home. You know, let's talk about the fact that the MSN that Ulukona Idharau is
That is
actually
not an
kicking us.
MSN. Martinelli,
It's actually
Saka and
kicking
Kentia
us
is
this
not an
season.
MSN.
Come
No.
on.
No.
We have to recognize Arsenal right now it's playing in the team Yasai. It's playing in the Champions League.
Yeah,
and
it
it's
is.
kicking us, right?
It will, next season.
I'm saying even the current team right now, if we put it for Champions League.
Oh, it's kicking us for sure.
Kicking us of
We'll talk about the champion. Yes,
But
bro. Yes, Nyash.
is Conte going to get fired? Or is it about time he got fired? Because dull football and no results.
Well, I think we still got like many games to like salvage the season. True. I mean, we've got like how many games to go for everyone? Like 20?
18,
going by how
about
they are
18
playing.
games.
Not like 18. We're not even halfway the season.
20 games to go.
It's more than 19, so it's 20 games.
Which is 18 games.
So those are many games considering Arsenal number one.
But look at how they are playing, though. Look at how they are playing under Conte.
You know,
If
every
Harry
single
Kane
season-
doesn't turn up, they don't win
Every
any
single
game.
season we do have this topic about Tottenham.
Okay.
Every single season by the
Okay.
they sack the manager or are they playing. I do believe that sacking the manager for Tottenham is not the solution because
Yes.
there are not many good managers out there. Conte is one of the top managers.
yeah.
I mean, they have to trust the process and give him time and the resources. Most hapo kwa resources.
Yes.
But you
Lakini
see-
anapewa resources.
Or resources amepatiwa.
no.
Si alisign Kulusevski, alisign Bentancur.
That's
So
a-
those are the
I've
only
only-
two players that they need to
alisign
be at
Romero.
top four.
Alisign Romero. Alisign
Romero shy of a
But it's the
red
process
card
takes
jana.
time, Nyash. Like you guys, like, and as a same player said, kuna inamaanisha like the process is done. Like it's a building process for them.
Yeah.
Achana na nini story
what
na
is it?
players. Look at Conte. Conte won the league when Pep just came in and Pep finished like third. Right now, if you can't play like how Man City play, there's no way you're winning any major trophy.
Yeah,
Do you
it's
think
not gonna
Conte can get this Spurs team, even if he was backed
It's been there for how long now? For like
a season and a half? I think.
Exactly. Give me like even like 2 seasons, like 2 summers.
Okay.
Then you can give it.
Okay.
But speaking of summers, obviously this weekend, Manchester United versus Arsenal. Is United the only team that is going to stop Arsenal?
A call back to Leicester winning the league, and this is not a mirrorverse where Arsenal will win the league. But when Leicester
can't
won
win
the
the
league,
league.
but when
They're
Leicester
winning
won the league, Arsenal were the only team that beat Leicester home and away. So in case this is an alternate universe that we are living in, and Arsenal are bound to win the league, Man United is the only team that will beat them home and away.
I'm
We are
trying
going to the
find a
Emirates and
correlation
getting the 3
between
points,
Your Leicester story, Arsenal and Man United.
Bana.
We cannot even find anything there.
bro.
You saw
Leicester
him-
won the league in 2016.
Nyuma ingilia
Arsenal were the only team to beat them home and away.
So nyuma ingilia
If
wapi?
Arsenal are winning the league, we will be the only team this season that has beaten them home and away. Basic
In
mathematics.
his argument, United have already beaten Arsenal. On
Yes,
the
we
way.
at the Emirates. The only
yeah,
issue is
yeah.
that we don't have Lingard to do the Millie Rock right
Right.
now. But
How are you planning to beat these guys on Sunday?
the same way we beat City, limit their shots on target, limit them to creating 0 chances.
Ideally, they are a
How do you
better
do
team
that?
than City according to the league table right now.
Well, the league table is full of lies
And
as of
also, the
now.
numbers, and also the numbers backs Arsenal. But seriously, answer that question. How do you stop Arsenal?
You see, I don't think, as of now, I don't think if Zinchenko starts that game, I don't think he can cope with Anthony, I don't think he can cope with
Which
Rashford.
Anthony?
If Rashford,
Which Anthony?
the same Anthony he couldn't cope with at
Open up.
Old Trafford.
Who?
Yes,
'Cause of the one goal he
the
scored.
same Anthony who he couldn't cope with at Old Trafford is the same Anthony he couldn't cope.
But
he
I
will
don't
cope
mention
with.
Anthony like it's like League
Look.
of Akina
Oh, I
Neymar.
mentioned him like
barely
Gakpo and Nunes.
Mention him like
I mentioned him like Gakpo and Nunes.
Mention him like nani, inaitwa nani? Kama Podence hivi.
Vitu guys hizo.
And then another thing is, we'll limit them because Martinelli won't have a field day. Wan Bissaka is gonna put him in the pocket.
Oh, Bissaka
Just
is
like
back.
Wan Bissaka is gonna put him in the pocket.
Okay.
The only chance Arsenal have is if we give Odegaard space.
Yes.
Because I really believe we'll also limit Saka's creativity.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
when you look at the league table, you feel like you see like you've only lost one game, and then it's to United. Like you feel
Terrible.
something.
It
Yeah,
sucks. It sucks. It's the only blemish, proper one. Achana easy draw. It's the only blemish that we have in a otherwise flawless.
so you have a chance now to make it better this
Absolutely.
weekend.
When they beat us in their own patch, we did not have Partey. So that was a total destabilization of our midfield. Now he's there. He's firing no cylinders. It's not going to be the same.
But then-
maybe they can have one Bissaka who can stop Martinelli because he may not be given the space and all. But how are you going to stop Saka?
But then Eric, you have to be honest. When we beat them, we also didn't have Casemiro. It's not like Partey
Fair
point.
is that much better than
Fair point.
Casemiro.
Yeah, Casemiro is better than Partey.
All right. So if you but
Casemiro is going to take Odegaard back to the Real Madrid academy, my brother.
Madrid reject. So ataingia academy, anaenda kama ameenda Castilla.
All right. So we have Partey. They have Casemiro. Who's better?
Casemiro.
Bro, we're not going to answer that question.
Hey, let's not get into
How is he
that.
better? How is he better?
Huh?
He's not better. How is he better?
Please, if you're watching this
Wow.
show, tell
Comment
us
section.
if
Yes.
you should
Yes.
actually answer that question.
Yes.
Casemiro or Partey.
Tell us how he's
Yeah.
better than Partey.
On my side, me, I cannot even attempt to be involved in that discussion. Venant, big game for you. Final thoughts on that game.
This is what I can say. Casemiro and Fred, those are the only two people who I saw versus City who commanded that game. I think that changes versus Arsenal. And once we dominate, because United, nishoni yo game yenu ni mid. Once we conquer your midfield, you guys are done. Bruno is just a yellow card away.
But you see, saying it's
Martial, I
easier
don't know
than
if-
doing it. So you're planning to conquer that midfield. They have Casemiro, you guys have got Partey. They're trying to
We have
neutralize
Partey, we
you.
have Shaka, we have Fabio Vieira. Like, we have options.
Even them, they
they're
have
a bit
options. No,
limited
but they have a
in
good
terms
team
of
down there.
injuries and
You guys
stuff.
are on the bounce of how many wins since you went?
I think we've only lost one in the last 14.
Wow.
All competitions. Yeah.
Since the World Cup, they are flawless, man. They have actually considered one goal.
Hey, this
One
is an
goal,
Europa League
3
teams are
clean
doing well,
sheets.
man.
Yeah. It's the new Champions League, bro. It's the new Champions League.
But Nyaassh, what happened to your pool, man? Chelsea are doing the thing on you.
I'm telling you.
The other guy was who? Your Felix.
Yeah, your Felix, by the way.
Felix is okay. I was not invested. Mudryk, I was invested.
I saw Robbie on FTV akisema we expect like in the next few hours to see Mudryk being like unveiled as a national player.
Yeah. Buddha,
And
unajua-
then a few hours later,
You see, like all Arsenal fans had fantasized about Mudryk and how he's gonna be coming in. Like we have a Saka in Mudryk, or Mudryk anaingia bench, anatoka bench dakika 70 after Martinelli. Like Arsenal fans had made all these theories.
Yeah.
So I think, you know what, we are actually getting this thing done. Maybe next Tuesday by then itakuwa ishamalizwa. Anakuja kama ingia game ya United kama amefunga from the bench, bro. What a coup, man. And fuck Mudryk, by the way. Fuck that guy.
This guy was twerking for you guys. No, by the way,
No.
there's
I don't think
loyalties.
it's Mudryk.
There's
Yeah,
loyalties
it's
to
I don't
the
think
game.
it's
Shakhtar.
Mudryk. I don't think it's Mudryk.
I don't think it's Shakhtar.
I don't think it's Mudryk because he was personally invested in
yeah.
Arsenal.
Twerking for you
So no
guys.
control
Angalia hata hizo
over the
picha yenye
transfer.
amepigwa sahi with Chelsea. He looks like
Yeah, he's very
amepotea.
down.
He looks lost.
Unless kuna some
He
other
looks even confused, just like the
unless
way
kuna
we
some
are.
other things happening behind the scenes that
yeah.
No,
we
but
don't know.
Nyaassh, when you agree with the player, it's fine. But you see, there's a release clause which you needed to trigger. I heard that you are less by 5 million or something.
Only.
Wow.
But
Those
the
are
other-
add-ons.
But the other issue yenye nimesikia ni ati hao jamaa walikuwa wanataka kusaini huyo player then wamlipa 35,000 per week.
How?
Then they
How?
pay Saka.
Yeah.
These guys don't pay good salaries.
7. No.
So
kuna
you're not going
trajectory
to
of how we
compete
do
with
it.
people who pay 200k per week and then you want to pay that k per
Buddha,
week.
look,
I mean, who would do that? Even me, hata mkinikujia sahi.
No, Chelsea ni mafala. Chelsea, first of all, they have shown they have no recruitment policy. Ukitaka tu kujua Chelsea wanataka mtu, just look at who their other clubs are interested in. I don't even know how they never came for Cody. For Cody Gakpo. Ama wanataka tu watu wanakuja for
No, but you see,
Arsenal.
when they cannot come against us because we have the financial muscle to muscle them
fuck
out
off, man.
and the salaries we can match
Fuck
the
off.
player salary.
Tell them.
We can
You people-
match the salaries. You are worth it.
You cannot match the salary. You're paying Saka that 1,000 per week.
Who, 30?
Yes.
Bro, do you know how much you want to give him the new contract?
How much? You've been talking about the new contract since last year in
Yeah, it's
October.
coming.
In August.
It's coming,
It's not
bro.
coming. It's 6 months since you said that.
God, relax,
you don't
one
pay
it.
salaries. You're not going to attract big names.
Partey, we give him 200,000. That's a club that
But
has
as an
no money to
African, you
offer.
can take anything.
No, but 200,000 to be the highest paid than Arsenal.
Well, what about the
Chief.
other players?
Chief,
That's
how
why-
much is Jesus earning?
Nani?
Jesus, almost 150, if not 180.
it's 150.
We have the money to give.
No, but
if
if
you
you,
feel you're worth it, we'll give
you
you.
got Gabriel from a Premier League club, so there was no other option for you.
Nah.
Partey got him from a Champions League club, Atleti.
There was no other option.
no,
Let,
no,
let me
no,
ask
no.
you, if you went to, it's not like Nani Mudryk said, like, I don't prefer Arsenal, I prefer Chelsea. You guys who are financially muscled out by Chelsea through the release clause, obviously Shakhtar wanted whatever they wanted.
No, we
And
gave
so-
out the same money.
No, he didn't, man.
We did.
He didn't because they would have sold for you before. If you went early and said,
Cheeky.
no, Nyaassh, if they said it's 100 million and a player and a club comes, they'll take the money. Like Venant has told us, it's not about Mudryk. He had
It's about the
accepted
two
you guys.
clubs.
Eric.
Yes.
It's about the
Eric.
club.
It
Eric.
wasn't about Mudryk, him going to Chelsea. It wasn't his personal
It's
decision.
the club.
Eric.
And then also, before you say something, let me just interrupt you for a minute. With Shakhtar and Chelsea walifika bay upfront.
Very
as
fast.
we were paying 75 plus add-ons and stuff. Chelsea, they were upfront. Number two, Arsenal has made it clear. We remember we were talking about bidding wars on
Bidding
the
wars,
last episode. We are not participating. We are not doing that.
You don't have money, I understand.
We'll offer what we are offering.
Wow.
Hamuna pesa.
If you are with
Pesa
us,
iko
you're with
wapi?
us. What you are selling, however, is the trust, the process, the vision that Arsenal has, so that when the players that eventually come to Arsenal, they're not coming in for money, aka United. They're coming in because they love the club.
But you see, loving the club will not win you trophies.
Ngoja.
That thing about you guys offering what you have will not sign you the big names. You can imagine a Real Madrid has pool.
We
Chelsea even has pool in 10th. Greater pool than Arsenal in 10th.
Who are fast?
We need to put some facts straight fast.
Okay, go away, do it.
Chelsea offered 100 euros.
Release clause.
That's 70. That's what they were paying as the straight up fee, of which is amortized over, I don't know, is it 7 years? Plus 30 million of add-ons.
Yeah.
Arsenal was offering 70, the same amount of money,
Yes.
plus 25 million of add-ons. So it's not about how much
So
Chelsea
you
were
are less
willing
by 5 million, like I said.
for the add-ons.
Exactly, it's still part of
It's
the
not,
deals.
and Chelsea are not paying 100 M straight up.
It's fine. That's how
They
transfers
are not.
work. It's fine.
Arsenal and Chelsea were paying the same amount of money straight up.
But you see, it's fine. The add-ons are still part of the agreement and the
I
contracts.
agree,
Yes.
but you were saying that we didn't have the money to give out straight up upfront. That's not true.
No, but you see,
We had the money to give out upfront. We are paying 62 million just like Chelsea.
no, you've said both of you had 70 million pounds.
Yes, plus add-ons. And add-ons will pay up
And
straight.
Chelsea's
The add-ons zinakuja over the years.
Chelsea's were more than you guys, or more than
Yeah,
Arsenal.
add-ons kidogo 2 million
It's
tano.
fine. Bora mkutoa 5 kama kwa pesa.
And they are not paid immediately.
I know that's how transfers work. No one pays like today na
Exactly.
zimeisha
So
hivyo.
you
Even
can't say that we didn't have the money to pay up
hata
upfront.
Pepe mlikopa na mjamaliza kulipa.
Watu wanakopanga. Wait, nyi wa mkopi?
Ni sawa
You
tunakopa.
are copy.
Lakini mkikopa mna commit.
You see,
So the point
nice.
is you're not accepting and you're the one who told us here that you paid 25 add-ons and then Chelsea paid 30. So you are less by only 5
Five.
for
million
the
pounds.
add-ons, which
Mbona
are paid
mkupata
later.
5?
Nyasha
Which are
kuna
paid
feelings
later.
za Murdyk hapa.
Mbona
No, no. You guys are, I feel it's because I'm an accountant, so I need to explain it to you guys.
No, we understand.
Yeah, you're not getting it.
You're
not getting
no,
it,
we're
but
understanding
it's okay.
everything.
You're
You're
not
just
getting
running
it.
away from the fact
You're not-
that you were less 5 million to Chelsea's bid. Hiyo ndo amkulipa.
Plain
Mbona
and
mkulipa 5
simple.
million?
Sasa ukiniambia ati sina pesa.
Atasema mna do tumesema Chelsea kwa
Umesema
domo
Arsenal ina
kualiko.
pesa wewe, nimekuona.
Sikia, tumesema Chelsea kwa
Umesema
domo
Arsenal ina
kualiko.
pesa. I've seen
Either
you.
way, speaking of Chelsea do play Liverpool this weekend, but Liverpool, hey, Brighton walitufanyia maneno.
Litoma.
Bro, you boy your Welbeck. Yeah, Welbeck, I mean. Your kanzu ya Gomez and that finishing. Bro, your defense.
love to see it.
You guys need to sign. Guys need to polish up your defense as soon as possible.
Yeah, like
Welbeck cannot, and Welbeck rarely even scores in the
But the
Premier
best
League.
defender in the
But
world is
how he
injured,
even
though.
does it? Your best defender right now, Moumia.
Not right now in the world is injured.
Gomez mlimtoa wapi?
Eh,
Your
Charlton.
academy?
Charlton.
Yeah, rudisha
Gakpo,
huko.
nimeona jamaa
Rudisha.
na mbio bwana. Alikuwa anarushiwa.
Niliangusha,
Wewe
man.
unajua anakimbia aje.
Hey, bro.
So hii weekend unaona Chelsea alikick off kwanza.
Look,
Ogopa alikiko.
unajua
Chelsea wakopa alikick off.
Yeah.
unajua shida ya Liverpool tumewapea benchmark ya vitu mingi. Tumewapea benchmark of how to beat Brighton. These guys did not beat Brighton. We beat Brighton. You don't learn. You
home,
don't learn.
at their home.
We have laid out a benchmark on how to beat Chelsea. Okay, Chelsea are there for the taking this season. True.
Yeah.
you might not even beat them anyway.
Ooh, Chelsea.
Yeah,
Last season
because you
we beat
guys
them-
are not learning.
Last season we beat them in 2 finals.
You see, if you want to perform well, look at how the league leaders are doing.
Yes.
Look at how Arsenal are performing in the games they are playing. Brighton
Marking
and Sumbo, yes,
scheme.
but you beat them. You guys...
Listen, I just hope that Jurgen Klopp does his thing this weekend because we play Chelsea at Anfield. I'll kick off. Tutamuka na Chelsea.
Are you firing him?
Tunaanza firing who?
Klopp.
The real manager, but this is not Arteta.
Seventh year.
FPL
curse,
is up
that
next, and the Man United fan who is our guest today.
What's up? We're back. The Wildcard, of course, we are talking about everything Premier League and Fantasy Premier League, and we shall be talking about that in a jiffy. But we have a guest in the house, a Man United fan, man like Joe Saina. How you doing, bro?
I'm great, man. How you doing?
I'm alright. I could not be better at the top of the table. Welcome to the show.
You know, on Saturday you're busy singing top of the table stuff, eh?
Yes, as always.
Let me tell you something. Next weekend,
Yeah.
we will define that 8-point gap.
And
Tarudi Town.
And I'll still be
5
top of the
only.
table. I'll still be top of the table. Tumeleta end your compliment, Brayo, because
Manze,
Brayo...
finally, some Man U dominance in the show. Man United dominance.
Yeah.
It's a big team.
Yeah.
We can't count our Premier Leagues on our 2 hands. That's
Yeah.
a big team right there.
That's crazy.
Looks like it's only Arsenal. It's only United who can stop Arsenal in this league, in this season.
Well, you see, I can say that for certain, but there's still a 2-header with Manchester City.
No,
So obviously, yes. On Saturday, these guys saw what potentially can be their downfall next weekend. Okay, as how we played against Manchester City.
Yeah.
That's 1. 2, we will slow them down. Why? Because they tend to play the same game that we already played with their predecessors, Manchester City, with the guys who have been leading them on.
Yeah.
So one thing is for certain: if we stick to our guns, if we stick to our gameplay, just like Saturday, I'm telling you, these guys are on for a rude awakening this coming weekend. And Crystal Palace will just be the icing on the cake midweek. You know, it gets our boots ready.
Big talk.
nasikia aje big talk.
Big talk. Look, like I said, man, United, they are the only blemish we have. And they have already stalled a team like Manchester City. But don't forget, Arsenal is better than Manchester City this season.
Hey, Chief, blasphemy watching.
No,
So,
I've said this season.
Joe, let me ask you now.
Yeah.
You guys look like you've turned this thing around. Where do you see Man United ending up at the end of the season?
Well, that's one thing I can tell you for free. I am not counting in the Premier League title. What I'm counting in is a top 3 finish. That is for certain.
Why are you running away from things?
No, I'm telling you as a fan.
Mnaweza fikia Premier League
No,
title.
I'm telling you as a fan. I'm telling you as me, as
This is
as
the
a
only.
fan.
Let me tell you these guys.
It's
by the
fine.
way.
I mean,
it's the only season that you guys and Arsenal can win something real because the real and consistent title contenders are struggling this season. That is Chelsea, City, and Liverpool.
Yo, don't put Liverpool in that statement.
If you don't win the league this season, it's gonna come around like in the
Eric.
next 10 or 15 years.
Eric, what you're finding
chill,
hard to
man, chill.
accept is that our Premier League is coming back to what it used to be. Man United versus Arsenal.
At least you are saying that. But this guy is running away from the title. He's saying top 3.
I am not
he's
running away
flying
from the
down,
title.
up,
Joe.
I'm being realistic in my own
Joe,
estimation.
and I'm telling you
It is what it
realistically,
is.
if we beat Arsenal this weekend, we are in the title race.
For sure.
It is
Being in the
ours.
title race means you have a big chance to win it.
Yes.
So,
We have a chance to win it. Keyword, a chance.
if Arsenal can have a chance to win it, even you guys have a chance to win it.
Kwa nini si ndio?
But you know, you guys, we know you're a consistent like bottlers.
You're not smart, bro.
Last season, you bottled the Champions League
True.
to Tottenham.
And Newcastle.
Look, we went to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to fight for top 4. This time we are doing a title, and we won. We did not bottle. We won.
Let's wait for the end of the season. Joe, before I let you go, we've got a big game before your big game. That is Chelsea, Liverpool.
Shit, classical.
Here's the thing.
Will you be watching that?
Yes, and here's the thing. I'll just tell every Liverpool fan right now: buy 2 midfielders. Sawa. That's 1. 2. This idea
got the great
of,
Curtis
this
Jones
idea
on
of
the bench.
saying that you have the best defender in the world on the bench does not help right now.
On the bench.
Konate cannot be bumped up by Mbeumo. Hiyo tulikata. And again against Brighton. Seriously, let's have another defender in the ranks for Liverpool.
Hata
Sawa.
nyinyi mlipigwa na hizo timu mbili, si ati hamkupigwa
Well,
nazo.
look at the difference.
Yeah.
10 points ahead of you. I think even more.
10.
Yeah.
You're 10 points ahead of Liverpool.
Yes.
Angalia, boss.
That's
We are
not true.
38, you guys are 28.
Inject that shit
So where are your sauti?
I may have to confirm this.
So where?
Eric, vile tulikuambia nitakupatia streams za
I just got 10 points by Man United. Aye.
Just check it, bro.
check
Take your time.
standings.
Take your time.
So we United are on that 8. We are on 20 fucking 8. Shit.
So you get those 3 signings, at least 2 midfielders, 1 box to box, 1 at least playmaker, and a center defender, and you guys
And
can
then
actually push up.
we can talk about Europa League.
We're getting
Right
the
now,
new
we are
we're
close to
getting
conference.
new owners. When you come back, FPL talk.
At the orders.
Welcome back to Wildcard. My name is Eric, and I've got Venant with me, Nyaassh, who is an Arsenal fan, and Brian, who is a Man United fan, because they're performing so well this part of the season after the World Cup. But we've got like 20 games to go, so there's nothing to worry about. Let's go to FPL. The big question today is it time now to sell Erling Haaland? Because he's blanked in the last 2 game weeks, and he's played Chelsea and Man United. Honestly, Salah would have scored like against those two teams.
Yeah.
But guys, should we sell him now?
I think it's time. If you can blank against Chelsea, then you are in trouble. With
Yeah.
Chelsea, like they are whipping boys of the league alongside Liverpool. So if you're not getting any points in that game, then you're in trouble. And then, of course, we also saw what he did against Man United. He got a hat-trick in the previous game. This one he don't even score. Terrible.
Venant,
Yes.
are guys starting to get frustrated when they look at his points and let's say the other guys who are playing? Like, let's say Rashford is now on form. We saw
Totally.
Tony scoring. I mean, Odegaard is
Odegaard.
scoring. I mean, there are many options that you can captain when a guy is dropping for you 2 points.
I think it all boils down to being patient in FPL, honestly, because 2 game weeks is just too short to judge somebody who's given us enormous points in FPL.
That's fair.
So with Haaland, just be patient with him. And also number 2, something that we'll talk about, there's a double game week ahead in, I think, double game week 25.
Yeah.
So just hold on to Haaland as of now.
Brian,
I agree with
you guys
Venant.
played in that kickoff last weekend. You was nowhere to be seen in your game.
Shout out to Luke Shaw for doing a good job on it. But on an honest note, I agree with Venant. Be patient with
Shobeto.
Haaland. Be patient. You see, Wolves are coming up, so be patient with Haaland.
No, but can you make a bold move? I decide, I'm done with this guy for now, and let me like take him out and take some. When you sell him, like I'm sure you'll get like 2 good players.
Tony or a Mitrovic.
Tony, because of the money.
Yeah,
Again, Mitrovic also has been performing a bit poorly.
yeah.
So
If you get like you double up on those Arsenal assets and let's say
True. Saka
Brighton
Martinelli
assets.
or,
Exactly.
Solly March.
Venant.
Just a quick one. For those people who've transferred Haaland out, I see the top transfers is Tony, Rashford. No, it's Tony, it's Kane, and Isak from Newcastle too. Guys have already started to buy him in.
He's back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
back in training.
he
He scored the winner.
yesterday. He scored on the weekend,
Oh.
Daka 89 or something, last
Yeah.
minute.
yeah.
Yeah.
If he's back, I'm gonna get him for the next weekend. So Man City do have a game obviously over the weekend, but there's Man United and there's Chelsea and Liverpool. If you look at our league, I can see shout out to Biggie, who is number 1 with 1273 points, and then there's Ian Wafula also with 1273 points, and
We have
Chris
a tie.
Collins on 1266. Remember, we're reading this in the middle of the game week 20, so things can change in the next couple of days. But we have game week 21 coming up this weekend, and it's now time to pick our captain for the weekend. Nyaassh, who do you
Yes.
have in mind for this weekend in your team? The captain.
Look, anyway, these guys are talking about Haaland. I still have him. He was my
Yeah,
captain.
obviously everyone.
I feel like I might just keep him. Just for this one. I think this for me is the final straw. If he does not perform with this one, he's out.
Eh?
Yeah.
It's done. Like
I'm tired, man.
Patana hapa Monday utakuwa
For 12M, bro, you're supposed to be giving me returns killer
Ooh, 12
game.
million per day. That's why I kick off Salah per day.
Yeah. 3 games drawing blanks, not possible.
Venant, I know you've got many options for this weekend.
Only 2.
Eh.
Personally, I'm going with KDB.
KDB,
Yeah,
wow.
versus Wolves at home. They're going to punish Wolves. Wolves have been conceding goals in their away games. Number 2, and this is just an absolute must-have in FPL.
Yeah.
I won't even talk about his stats. Odegaard.
That's a good
Simple.
shout. Wow.
Odegaard.
Again.
Pause this show, buy him right now.
That's a good shout.
Who do you
Me
have in your
personally,
team for the
Rashford for captaincy. I think Rashford always has a good game anytime he faces Ben White, and on Sunday it won't be any different. Rashford
I think I'm
for
going to give
captaincy.
Haaland his final chance this
Yes.
weekend, and I'm going to keep him the captain this weekend. They play at home, they play Wolves.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
that's on Sunday from 5 p.m. As guys play Chelsea, so that could be like 1-1 or 0-0 or
You already know.
Basically, no 3 points for the 2 teams.
maybe.
Any of the 3.
So me, I'm sticking to Haaland for this weekend.
But Eriko, before we end,
Yes.
let me just ask you a quick one. Manu, Arsenal, who's winning?
Man United and Arsenal, I think Man United are winning the game, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Bro.
Bro, why?
Mshajinxiwa,
Chief
Buddha.
Jinxa. Umeharibu.
What do you mean, Chief Jinxa?
Look, for that game,
Look
I
at your
think-
predictions for this past weekend. Just look at your...
But I said Chelsea to win and they won. Guys, see you next weekend on Monday when you come back. But on Monday, Liverpool will be playing Chelsea. That is on Saturday. The last game should be on Monday from 11 p.m. when Fulham do play Tottenham. That's a big game on a Monday night because remember last week Fulham beat Chelsea.